In today's video, I'm going to be explaining why Great Lakes freighters are so much more unique than ocean-going freighters. So, Great Lakes freighters aren't as well known as their larger ocean-going cousins, but they still play a big role in both US and Canada's economy. So, I'm going to be giving 5 reasons why Great Lakes freighters are so much more unique than ocean-going freighters. Number 1. Great Lakes freighters sail on none other than the obvious answer, the Great Lakes, which are 5 lakes and are connected through locks, rivers, etc. And the fact that they sail on lakes means that their working lives are extended to 100 plus years because the lakes aren't made up of any salt, whereas the ocean is. So salt makes hulls on freighters basically rust faster, which means that salties or ocean-going freighters are scrapped faster and their working lives are basically 10 to 15 years. So that's a big unique thing about Great Lakes freighters, which the fact that they last much longer means that they have much more unique looks because of the time period that they were made in. One of the most unique styles being the 2 separate structures with the pilot house in the front and the engine and smokestack in the back. That style died off in the 80s because it was easier and more money efficient to build everything in the back. Number 2. You see those 2 holes located at the bow of the freighter? Those are called anchor wells. They were invented on the Great Lakes for the purpose of keeping the anchor safe from being damaged by locks, and also to keep other ships safe in case of a collision. And I also think that they add a cool look to freighters. Number 3. SelfLoading Bumps, which is basically that big crane that you see on the deck of that ship. Now they do come in littler sizes, which are called shuttle booms, and you will see on the vessels Stuart J. Court, Roger Blau, and the Edgar B. Spear. And the self-unloader's job is to literally self-unload the vessel. The self-unloaders also were invented on the Great Lakes, so that's why they are included on this list. Number 4, the Tug Barge Combination. I mean, it's another one of the most unique Great Lakes styles that you can find. The purpose of the tug barge is to give old ships that can't really power themselves anymore a second chance, or basically an afterlife, which all you do is take away the engine and take away all of the structures and stuff, and basically make it into a barge. Then you get a tug with a raised pilot house, and it's a tug barge combination. Also, there has been ships that were literally made as tug barges, and the reason for that is that the tug can double as an icebreaker, which can basically break ice if the ship needs to get into a port and the ice is too heavy for it to enter. It would take a really long time, so it just breaks apart all the ice and makes it much easier for the ship to get docked at the port. Number 5. Whaleback Freighters. Now these, of course, aren't a style that is basically made on the Great Lakes anymore, but it's one of the most unique styles of a ship that was ever designed. Basically, it's a cylindrical hull, so it's not just the bow, it's the whole ship. It's cylindrical, and it allowed waves to pass over the deck instead of crashing into the sides of the hull. So here's an interesting story about a whaleback freighter that loaded grain in Duluth in 1891, crossed the Atlantic Ocean and arrived in Liverpool, England. At the dock workers of the port noticed that in the hold of the ship there was footprints in the grain which were left by the men who had leveled the hold of the whaleback freighter, and that was all the way back in Duluth. So that just proved how fast and steady these things were. Whaleback production came to an end when the hullet unloading machine was invented because these whaleback freighters had such small hatches. So that's it for today's video. Leave a comment about other things that make Great Lakes freighters unique. Maybe I'll do a part 2 of this video, but that's only if we can get this to 50 likes. Alright, so don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and also the notification so you know when the next video comes out. And I'll see you guys in the next one.